the personal statement, 5,300 characters of pure stress and vulnerability. What's up, YouTube? It's your favorite medical student, Henson, here today to break down what I believe to be the most important part of the primary application, the personal statement. So for all those who are just now tuning in, welcome to HGTV. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment if you like what you see. Sending in your medical school application, similar to sending in any other type of application, is trusting in words and paper to reveal your heart, to represent you, to speak on your behalf, and to effectively convey why you deserve the chance to be admitted to medical school. Of that application, the biggest chance you have to become more than just words on a piece of paper is through the personal statement. The personal statement is you being given 5,300 characters. That's a little bit more than a single space page to illustrate your narrative, to tell your story, and to tell admissions representatives and liaisons why you deserve the chance to be going to medical school. And you have to be able to accomplish all of that without sounding cheesy, corny, repetitive, or like any other person. Every personal statement, though, will be different at the end of the day because it is about you, your experiences, your journey to medicine, and why you should be chosen. However, regardless of that, the process to writing the personal statement more or less looks the same for most people. When I first sat down to write my personal statement, I spent 3 weeks looking at a piece of paper to then end up writing the most boring, the most impersonable, and the most analytical statement ever. My statement strictly was, I want to become a doctor because, and that's the worst version of a statement that you could make because my statement had no connection. It was not personable. It did not actually capture the passion I had for why I wanted to pursue medicine. You could tell I wrote it just to write it, and you could tell that I also had no experience with what I was doing. The first person I showed it to tore me apart. And in addition to that, they told me that this wasn't a grade, but if it was, I would still fail. That's how I know I didn't write a good personal statement. However, after that scenario happened, I was told to do 2 things before trying again. The first thing I was told to do, I was told to write an autobiography about me and my journey to medicine, how I got here, what I did, monumental occasions, anything that I felt was relevant to why I'm here today. Through that autobiography, I was able to put on paper everything from the time I first decided I wanted to become a doctor until now, and everything that impacted my decision as to why I wanted to go into medicine. That autobiography was single-handedly the best thing that could have helped me with my personal statement. The second thing I was told to do is why me? Why am I a good applicant? Why should I be chosen to pursue medicine? Why should I be given the chance to then become a doctor? So my first advice to you is to put your life, why you got to medicine, and basically everything surrounding your journey and why you are where you are now on paper. Take the time to write about yourself, to figure out who you are, and while you're writing about yourself, you'll be surprised about things you forgot, things that help shape you. You'll be surprised about what you had suppressed and are now all coming out. I actually take the time and enjoy this because not many times have people just told you, go on a piece of paper and just write about yourself. So for this one time, write about yourself. And if you really do not want to, then you can also take the time to make it into a list. List out every single event that tailored to your journey to medicine and brought you to where you are now. So from there, I want you to isolate your autobiography into 3 specific parts. So the first part is who are you and what makes you you? Now this doesn't have to be my name is blank and I am a blank type of format. Tell a story. Tell me or tell your audience, tell the admissions council about a situation that made you yourself, or a situation where you had obstacles to overcome that helped shape you into who you are today. And now the second part, why medicine? Advanced tip for everyone. Find a way to connect part number 1 with part number 2. Do this by picking a situation that reveals not only you, but also what opened your eyes to medicine and what brought you here. Whether you were someone who lost a family member and had to overcome all of those obstacles in order to get here, or whether you or someone you knew had a major injury, or maybe they had a major medical problem that then you had to get through, or you watched them get through, or you helped them get through, that then caused you to go to medicine. Or whether you were just someone who was raised really exposed to medicine, whether your father, your mother, family members, brother, sister, 5th generation, whether you were someone who always had medicine in the family and then this is all you saw yourself doing. Find a way to detail your inner characteristics with how that led you to wanting to go to medicine. That way, You can describe the situation in the first paragraph and describe who you are and why you are who you are. And then in the second paragraph, you can very smoothly transition to how that led you to medicine. And finally, part number 3, why you? Why do you belong in medicine? What do you see yourself doing in the field of medicine? How will you contribute in the field of medicine? Just talk about all the different things that would make you a perfect person for medical school or would make you an amazing doctor down the line. This process will help you set the foundation. At this point, you should have a document that will serve as the perfect foundation for your personal statement, and from there, all you have to do is cultivate it. For a whole different scenario, I once heard someone say that you must first plant the seed and then you must water the seed. And the same thing applies here. This document has allowed you to plant the seed. So now the seed is planted. All you have to do now is water it, cultivate it, add some flavor to it, marinate it, season it, but basically make it into a masterpiece because the brunt of it has basically been done for you. From here, just remember a few things. Do not sell yourself. You're not here to make them buy you. Don't stretch the truth or add a bunch of things that don't actually represent yourself in order to make your personal statement seem better. Be genuine, be yourself, and remember, this is a representation of you, not who you wish you were and not who you want them to see, just you. Second, it is not a resume. This is not the time for you to start listing all of your different accomplishments, everything you've won in life, your Hall of Fames, all of your different accolades. It's not a resume. Next, do not apologize. This is not your chance to say sorry for having to take World War twice or explain why you got a C in biochem. Instead, take this chance to explain why getting that C in biochem or why taking World War twice is integral to you becoming a better applicant. Next, if it is a controversial or a biased topic, stay away from it. You do not know who is going to be reading your personal statement. Better to not put something controversial in there than have someone who is on the completely opposite side of you read it and not agree. And finally, remember that this is for you. Let your personality shine through. Let your experiences and everything that is personal to you shine through and dominate this body of work. This is something that will take multiple drafts. It is an ongoing process. Many people will read it. Many people will edit it, give you comments, give you feedback, tell you what you can fix. Embrace it all and find a way to bring them all into the perfect masterpiece. Don't get discouraged writing this. This is a very integral part of your primary application. This is the biggest chance you have to distinguish yourself and really let yourself shine on paper to everyone who is going to read your application. So for all those of you who made it here, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really do appreciate your continued support and all the love you've shown. Please remember to like and subscribe, and while you're at it, comment below what you yourself are personally struggling with when it comes to the personal statement. Thank you guys again for watching. Until next time.